Here's another Big Brother exit interview for Big Brother 26.
Hi, Kitty. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. Nice to meet
Okay.
you.
Nice to meet you. Okay, so welcome to the Heavy Crown Network, the Royalty Show with myself, Big D, Hannah, as you can see, and Tiffany. Unfortunately, she's going to be here, but she's still here in our minds some type of way. But Kenny, let me first ask, once again, how are you feeling mentally being back home? How are you doing?
Yeah, huge relief off of my back. Clearly, I was worrying about my family, and I come true. My 8-year-old was having a very difficult time with me not being home. So she's in good spirits now. I think someone promised her a pony at some point while I was gone. So I'm back, and I think we're not going to get the pony because I have no place to put it.
Okay, I do have a question, Kenny. I do want to know, what was your family's reaction when you walked back through the door after being evicted, after getting on a plane from LA? What was the first thing that your kids and your wife said to you?
They loved me and they were proud of me, and they felt bad that I was feeling the way that I felt, and they shared the same thing as me, is that they were feeling just as bad as I was. The only difference was is I didn't have a support system, and they had a huge support system. My entire family, my entire neighborhood, all bonded together and helped my family through that.
Well, Kenny, let me also say, as we're asking these questions, please know they're coming from the fans. They're also coming for us. So we're always going to keep it real here on the Royalty. And we understand, as being, Big Brother alums, with that homesick and things like that. I completely understand that. Now, Kenny, I do have a question for you, okay? One of my questions that I have for you, it seemed like after you losing, the game the first week, it seemed like you kind of began to kind of check out. Am I correct by that, or was that just me just taking a random guess?
Yeah, I never checked out of the game per se, but I mean, as you know, I'm older. I'm 52 years old. Being on the block the first week really put a dent in my plans because being on the block, no one really wants to associate with you, especially the first week. They don't want to get too close to you. They're not going to build an alliance with you because you're probably not going to be here, or there's a good chance that you're not going to be here the following week. So that was difficult for me. And then I didn't have the personal connection with a lot of the younger people to engage in those conversations that they were engaging to. And, being a father and being a husband, it's kind of tough to get into some of those crazy conversations that you must be aware of what goes on in the house. So a lot of times I would have to sit in the background and not, give my input on some of that stuff because I didn't want to come across wrong, or I didn't want to, say something that would be offensive to somebody. And I was kind of walking on eggshells during that period of time, and no one wanted to talk game. They all wanted to just talk personal stuff.
That's a really good point, actually. I didn't even think about the fact that had you not been on the block that first week, things may have panned out differently for you because you might have found yourself more integrated in the house's power structure. We only have a bit of time left, so I do need to know, Kenny, we asked the same question to Matt and Lisa, the other evictees. Who is your dark horse to win this season? Who do you have your eye on? Who you think may be underperforming right now or hiding in the shadows, but you think they're going to turn it up towards the end? Who's your winner pick?
Um, I don't know about winner. I think they're going to have a difficult time getting Tucker out because he's such a comp beast, and obviously I have a personal connection with Tucker. We hit it off pretty good. I'm kind of rooting for Cedric, but I mean the dark horse is T-Core. The dark horse is definitely T-Core. She's a super smart girl. I really think that she is going to turn things up over the next couple of weeks. She's going to lay low, and then she's going to come up strong.
Okay,
Kenny,
so
I have one more question, Kenny. I know we got a little bit of time. Okay, so you did your interview with Julie, right? And she did mention to you that you applied, over the course of years, 5 years. And I know you mentioned, you said before, hey, if it was 5 years ago, things would have been a little bit different than now. Did something, because I'm trying to get to the bottom of it, because Kenny, it was hard, which and now we always keep it real. It was hard to kind of feel like you wanted to quit, you wanted to leave. It was kind of also giving me a little reminder of, which I get it, because Frenchie in my season was the same way about his family. But do you feel like when you were going into this season, did you have the support to go like you were 5 years ago? Or was something kind of like, damn, I don't know if I should go. Like, I don't know if this is the right time. Like, it felt like something was different. Because Julie, I've never heard Julie say that in my life. Like, when she said that, it kind of gagged me.
Yeah, Big D. I will say this. My wife was 100% behind me on this. But when I said 5 years ago, my daughter would have been 3 years old and not quite would have understood it. when I got in the vehicle to drive to the airport, my daughter was very upset. My daughter was crying. She wouldn't hug me. She was asking my wife if she needed to get a new dad. Like those things kind of really pulled at my heartstrings. And so I didn't leave the way that I wanted to. And 5 years ago, it would have been different because she wouldn't have had those thoughts. She would have been a little too young to kind of understand that dad's going away for a long period of time. So I did leave not on the best note, which kind of that haunted me while I was in the house.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Kenny, for chit-chatting with us. Feel free to reach out to myself, Big D, or Tiffany. I think she would say the same thing if you need anything at all. We understand how psychologically warped and difficult that experience can be, having played the game ourselves a few years back. So just let us know, and we wish you well.
Thank you so much. I respect all of you and how you were able to play your games.
Thank you, Kenny.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.